Hello and welcome into another Plays I Like here at the Touchdown. My name is Lee Wakefield. I'm from the Touchdown NFL podcast and I'm diving into another play. A play from Thursday Night Football between the Commanders and the Bears. Bears getting the win, 40-20 over the Commanders, first win of the season for the Chicago Bears. And I wanted to jump in some Justin Fields film. First of all, we've been talking about Justin Fields and the Bears offense a little bit on the podcast over the past couple of weeks. And personally, I feel like, they need to figure out what they're doing. They need to figure out how to use Justin Fields, or they need to hire an offensive coaching staff that's going to get use out of him, or get use out of another quarterback that they'll be drafting if they're drafting the top 1 and or 2 of the draft, as they look like they're going to. But Justin Fields is a good weapon to have, and I feel like what they need to do is call some more designed quarterback runs, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today. It's going to be a GT counter play that they ran against the Commanders, which I really liked. I think it really stood out as something that they could, use a little bit more of in their offense, and they seem to do that in this game. They seem to use a little bit more design run, and Luke Getsy maybe is unlocking that, for Justin Fields, because they need to do, like I say, do that more often to kind of get some more out of him. And Justin Fields has unlocked himself a little bit in recent times, and I'll come to that a little bit later on. But yeah, let's get into the play. Let's bring that up and dive into the films. That's what we're here for. So we've got the Bears in 11 personnel, and the Washington Commanders just defending this in a standard nickel look, 3-3-5 defense. So pretty standard across the board. What we're going to dive into here, should I say, is the play out. So what have we got? We've got Darnell Mooney down at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side of the formation. He's going to be the window dressing. He's going to motion across the screen, motion across the formation. And he's just there to kind of draw attention to himself, kind of sell the toss play that the Bears kind of tethered to this play, which I really like. And I'll get into the reasons for that in a minute. In the yellow, I've got the blocking. And really the key block for me here is a couple of things, actually. You've got Cole Kmet down inline tight end, number 85. He's the closest tight end to the screen. He's got that longer animation that I've got on the play out there. What he's going to do is he's going to chip help on John Allen, and then he's going to work his way up to the second level. Really, really key to kind of, maybe in the future, this one wasn't, but maybe in the future, breaking off an enormous run, maybe the one that goes for a touchdown for Justin Fields and the Bears offense, as he's kind of taking out 2 defenders in the same play. So GT counter then. GT counter is what you've got in the orange. You've got the GT counter. You've got the guard and the tackle moving from one side of the formation to the other, as the rest of the offensive linemen here on the left-hand side of the Bears offensive line, blocking down one gap. And they are just going to block in a traditional way, selling it to, maybe they be that jet sweep or that wheel route that Darnell Mooney is going to run, or as the Bears trying to sell the toss play to the running back. I haven't marked up anything on the right side of the play for the Bears because it doesn't really matter as this kind of unfolds. But as we say, let's let it unfold as we kind of get into this and see what is quite a nice run from Justin Fields as this play out drops in a second. There we go. So ball about to be snapped. Mooney makes his way across the formation. Ball is snapped. Toss. And you can see how the left-hand side of the Washington defense is essentially out of the play now. We can cut that field in half down the middle of the Bears defensive line, and we can see that we've got half a field to play with here, which is fantastic. Exactly what they want to do. And we've got the guard and the guard and the tackle, 54 and 58, about to take Chase Young, and then really unfortunate Manuel Forbes out of the play here as I kind of wind this on. So then we can see Chase Young's gone, Manuel Forbes gone, Justin Fields breaking through the gap, and just doesn't beat that defensive back to the corner. We can see a lot more from the end zone view here, which is great. Great view of this play. Like I say, keep your eye on Cole Kmet, who's now on the right-hand side of that offensive line, a 3-point stance, as he kind of, like you say, works up to the second level. Mooney goes across, fake toss, off to the races, guard tackle, creating that corridor. Justin Fields runs through it, big chunk gain. Fantastic. This is what you want Justin Fields to be able to do, as he kind of weaponizes himself, weaponizes his athleticism, weaponizes his legs. And like I say, Luke Getsy really needs to do this. I really like how, like I mentioned, that fake toss was tethered to this play because it allows the guard and tackle to make their way across all the formation. The big dudes, the big guys who are not as fast as Justin Fields, it's fair to say. And what they need to do is allow those blocks to set up, and then, like I say, Justin Fields run through that corridor that they've created for him. Like I say, I think they need to weaponize Justin Fields' mobility. I've mentioned it about 8 times in this video now. this is what they need to do in terms of opening up the offense. Justin Fields gave that infamous interview now saying he wants to play more free. He was asked, what does that look like? And he's kind of just said, you'll see. And we've kind of been able to see this now. Justin Fields throwing for 4 touchdowns in the past 2 games. And since he said that, I just want to kind of read out a few stats since he said that. So he's 54 of 86 passing, 63%. We can go with that. We can work with that. It's definitely workable. 716 yards, 9 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions from that for a pass rating of 105.6. He's becoming an NFL quarterback. If he can continue this, then we've got a player that we can work with, and maybe the Bears can use those picks to their advantage, rather than replacing him. And on the ground, 129 yards at 4.96 yards per carry, so just under 5 yards per carry. Again, we can work with that. More of the same, please, Luke Getsy. More of the same, please, Matt Eberflus. If you guys do that, you may be in a job next year. And that's the play. That's the play, Bears. Let's do it. Let's get some more wins on the board. But yeah, thanks for joining us on this episode of Plays I Like. My name has been Lee Wakefield. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'll bring one of these for you guys each week, as well as the podcast, as well as all the other great content that we've got going on at Touchdown. Stick with us. But yeah, thanks for watching this week, and we'll see you again very soon.